ride to the beat with my hopes and my dreams like a boat in the sea. Let it ride from the west to the east. Be the best you can be. Let the rest in peace while I try.
What's goody fam? You already know who it is. It's ShakaShine, and I'm coming back at it with another reaction on ShakaShine Reacts. Today, I gotta give a big old shout out to Travis, and their request was George Carlin, and this is Rights and Privileges. Now, for the people that have been hitting all those buttons, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and hitting that comment button, you know me. This is a channel of giving credit when credit's due, and y'all deserve all the credit, so I gotta say thank you. With that being said, right here, it says 90% of y'all are not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. I really do appreciate it. So please, if you're enjoying the content, please make sure you hit that like button. We got quite a bit of y'all that keep returning, but still have not hit that button. So again, I really would appreciate it. Now, with that being said, some of y'all still sleeping on my music. I make music. If you want to listen to my music, links right underneath the like button. For the people that are waiting on their requests, as you can see, we getting to every single one of y'all. If I said it, put it on the list, it's on the list and it's coming up. But you can always skip the line by hitting me with a donation. Again, links right underneath the like button, and I make sure I get your reaction out within 72 hours. Now, as far as George Carlin goes, he is a very intelligent comedian. Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Period, point blank, I think that he is just amazing. Period, point blank. So I assume that this is going to be another great one. A lot of things to think about with at the same time being funny. So if this is your first time seeing one of my comedy reactions, make sure you check out the playlist. And also, I did just open a P.O. box, and I have started to get a little bit of packages in. I'm going to start doing unboxing reactions. So if you want to be part of those videos, all you got to do is send me something. Doesn't matter what it is. Send me something random. Send me something that you think I would like. Either way, if you want to, the address is in the description. Anyways, if you're coming back for another comedy reaction, let's get straight to it.
Here's another one of these civic customs. Swearing on the Bible. You understand that shit? They tell you to raise your right hand, place your left hand on the Bible. Does this stuff really matter? Which hand? Does God really give a fuck about details like this?
I mean, again, 15 seconds in, already got you thinking. Well, got me thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Suppose you put your right hand on the Bible, you raise your left hand. Would that count? Or would God say, sorry, wrong hand, try again? And why does one hand have to be raised? What is the magic in this gesture? This seems like some sort of a primitive voodoo mojo shtick. Why not put your left hand on the Bible, let your right hand hang down by your side? It's more natural.
I will say I never really knew why they did that. If you guys do know why, if anyone that's watching this knows why they do it like that, please let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll be really interested to hear of the origins of that. So please let me know if you know.
Put it in your pocket. Remember what your mother used to say? Don't put your hands in your pockets. Does she know something we don't know? Is this hand shit really important? Well, let's get back to the Bible, America's favorite national theatrical prop.
Oh, wow.
Suppose the Bible they hand you to swear on is upside down, or backward,
okay,
or both, and you swear to tell the truth on an upside down, backward Bible. Would that count? Suppose the Bible they hand you is an old Bible and half the pages are missing. Suppose all they have is a Chinese Bible in an American court, or a Braille Bible and you're not blind. Suppose they hand you an upside down, backward Chinese Braille Bible with half the pages missing.
Wow. I mean, come on. Is that not giving you something to think about? Let's go. Let's go.
At what point does all of this stuff just break down and become just a lot of stupid shit that somebody made up? They fucking made it up, folks. It's make-believe. It's make-believe. Now, all right. Okay. Let's leave the Bible aside. We'll get back to the science fiction reading later. The more important question is, what is the big deal about swearing to God in the first place? Why does swearing to God mean you're going to tell the truth? Wouldn't affect me. If they said to me, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, I'd say, yeah. I'll tell you about as much truth as the people who wrote that fucking Bible. How do you like that? Huh?
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go.
Swearing on the Bible doesn't mean anything. It's kid. Swearing to God is kid stuff. Remember when you were a kid? If you told another kid something he didn't quite believe, he'd say, "You swear to God?" I would always say, "Yeah, I swear to God," even if I was lying. Why not? What's going to happen if I lie? Nothing. Nothing happens if you lie. Unless you get caught, and that's a whole different story.
That's a whole different story. True.
Sometimes a kid would think he was being slick with me, and he'd say, "You swear on your mother's grave?" I'd say, "Yeah. Why not? First of all, my mother was alive. She didn't even have a grave. Second of all, even if she was dead, what's she going to do? Rise from the grave and come and haunt me? Come and haunt me? All because I told a lie to an 8-year-old? Get fucking real, will you?"
I really wish I could just go back and just have conversations with him. We're gonna need to see some interviews or something, because I would just like to pick his brain about tons of things. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, rest in peace. Let's keep it pushing.
Sometimes I would say, "I swear on my mother's tits." Kids are impressed with things like that. I mean, I don't care about my mother's tits either. I don't care if they fell off. Fuck her. Not my problem.
Wow.
They're your tits, Ma. You keep an eye on them. Swearing to God doesn't mean anything. Swearing on the Bible doesn't mean anything. You know why? Because Bible or no Bible, God or no God, if it suits their purposes, people are going to lie in court. The police do it all the time. All the time.
That's true.
Yes, they do. It's part of their job to protect, to serve, and to commit perjury whenever it supports the state's case.
I mean, again, he's not wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not just police. Obviously, it's plenty of other people. But come on. Even if police are lying. Again, matter of fact, I have a perfect example of this. I had a situation go down. Let me know if you guys actually want me to start doing some story times, some storytelling, I guess, because this story is way too long to really explain right this second, but I'll give you the gist. All right, this is back in high school. I believe I was sophomore year of high school, and essentially we met up with these dudes that we had a problem with. Me and two other of my friends. Altogether, there's 3 of us, and then I think there was 7 of the other people, and they just kept trying to start something. So we finally met up, and long story short, one of my homies fought one of the other dudes, and the other dude just pretty much got dealt with. So they started running off, and fast forward to about 2 weeks later, cops show up at the school looking to question me about that incident. Well, apparently they're trying to find a gun and something else, and I didn't have a gun. Well, there was not even a gun at the time, period. So I don't know why they thought they were going to find a gun. Either way, they questioned me. I answered the questions. Then when we went to go to court about it, because they arrested me, they found some things in my car, but it had nothing to do with what they were looking for. Okay. Then after all that happened, we're in court, and I'm reading the transcript, and 80% of the transcript is just completely false. Completely false. So bad that when I was reading it, the judge was like, "What's the problem?" And I was like, "I didn't say this, I didn't say this, I didn't say this." And so right then, he had a recess, and he said he's going to look at both of them. He's going to look at the transcript compared to the actual recording because they were recording it the whole time. Next thing I know is before the next court date, we get a call saying all charges were dropped because exactly the police lied about 80% of the things that I was said. So again, if you want to hear that story in full, please let me know. I'm thinking about starting to do some storytelling things. So let me know. Put it in the comments. Anyways, let's keep this pushing.
Swearing on the Bible is just one more way of controlling people and keeping them in line, and it's one more thing that holds us back as a species. Here's one more item for you, the last in our civics book, rights. Boy, everyone in this country is always running around yammering about their fucking rights. I have a right, you have no right, we have a right, they don't have a right. Folks, I hate to spoil your fun, but there's no such thing as rights, okay? They're imaginary. We made them up, like the boogeyman. The Three Little Pigs, Pinocchio, Mother Goose, shit like that. Rights are an idea. They're just imaginary. They're a cute idea. Cute. But that's all. Cute and fictional.
True. That is true. I never really thought about it like that. Again, that's why I messed with George Carlin, man.
But if you think you do have rights, let me ask you this. Where do they come from? People say, well, they come from God. They're God-given rights. Oh, fuck, here we go again. Here we go again. The God excuse. The last refuge of a man with no answers and no argument. It came from God. Anything we can't describe must have come from God. Personally, folks, I believe that if your rights came from God, he would have given you the right to some food every day, and he would have given you the right to a roof over your head. God would have been looking out for you. God would have been looking out for you. You know that? He would have been worried about making sure you have a gun so you get drunk on Sunday night and kill your girlfriend's parents.
Wow.
But let's say it's true. Let's say God gave us these rights. Why would he give us a certain number of rights? The Bill of Rights in this country has 10 stipulations, okay? 10 rights. And apparently God was doing sloppy work that week because we've had to amend the Bill of Rights an additional 17 times. So God forgot a couple of things like slavery. Just fucking slipped his mind. But let's say God gave us the original 10. He gave the British 13. The British Bill of Rights has 13 stipulations. The Germans have 29. The Belgians have 25. The Swedish have only 6. And some people in the world have no rights at all. What kind of a fucking goddamn God-given deal is that? No rights at all? Why would God give different people in different countries different numbers of different rights? Boredom? Amusement? Bad arithmetic? Do we find out at long last, after all this time, that God is weak in math skills?
Wow.
Doesn't sound like divine planning to me. Sounds more like human planning. Sounds more like one group trying to control another group. In other words, business as usual in America.
Go.
Now, if you think you do have rights, one last assignment for you. Next time you're at the computer, get on the internet, go to Wikipedia. When you get to Wikipedia, in the search field for Wikipedia, I want you to type in Japanese Americans 1942, and you'll find out all about your precious fucking rights, okay? All right. You know about it.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know about it. Yeah. In 1942, there were 110,000 Japanese American citizens in good standing, law-abiding people.
Y'all know what happened? Remember what happened? Because this is messed up.
Who were thrown into internment camps simply because their parents were born in the wrong country. That's all they did wrong. They had no right to a lawyer, no right to a fair trial, no right to a jury of their peers, no right to due process of any kind. The only right they had, right this way,
that's cold.
Into the internment camps. Just when these American citizens needed their rights the most, their government took them away. And rights aren't rights if someone can take them away. They're
true.
Privileges. That's all we've ever had in this country is a bill of temporary privileges. And if you read the...
Hey, that's actually true. And again, this is why I mess with them heavy, because it gets you thinking.
News even badly, you know that every year the list gets shorter and shorter and shorter. You see how similar it is? Yeah. Sooner or later, the people in this country are going to realize the government does not give a fuck about them. Government doesn't care about you or your children or your rights or your welfare or your safety. It simply doesn't give a fuck about you. It's interested in its own power. That's the only thing, keeping it and expanding it wherever possible. Personally, when it comes to rights, I think one of two things is true. I think either we have unlimited rights or we have no rights at all. Personally, I lean toward unlimited rights. I feel, for instance, I have the right to do anything I please. But if I do something you don't like, I think you have the right to kill me. So where are you going to find a fairer fucking deal than that? So the next time some asshole says to you, I have a right to my opinion, you say, oh yeah? Well, I have a right to my opinion, and my opinion is you have no right to your opinion. Then shoot the fuck and walk away.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Oh, is that it? I think that's it, yo. All right. So, now, I will have to say, number one, Travis, great one. This one was great. I love George Carlin's stand-ups just because, like I said, it makes you think so much. Well, it makes me personally think. And he puts a real nice comedy spin on it. So, you gotta love it. You know what I'm saying? Pure point blank, every single thing that I've seen by George Carlin has just been pure gold. So I'm messing with it. If you're making it this far, you might as well hit that like button. Again, I'm going to point it out. You see this right here? Right here. That's how many of y'all are not subscribing. Please hit that subscribe button. And please hit that comment button. Letting me know your favorite George Carlin stand-up and what else you want to see me react to. If you're already doing that and making it this far, then I got to say thank you. I really appreciate every single one of y'all. I cannot stress that out enough. Also, please don't forget about my music. I got that song out every single Friday of 2021. Again, links right underneath the like button if you want to check that out. And last but not least, I opened that P.O. box. So if you want to if you want to be part of those videos, all you have to do is send me something. It could be something you like, something you think that I would like, something funny, doesn't really matter, something you think that I'll be shocked about. Either way, if you want to see my reaction, all you got to do is send me something. Put it in the P.O. box is in the description. Now, with all that being said, you know I'll be back at it with another reaction tomorrow.